Hey guys, today we'll be learning about data streams and output redirection in Linux. Now let's get started. Data streams is how Linux handles input, output and errors. There are three data streams in Linux. The first one is standard input, which can be referenced by the numeric value 0. The next one is standard output, which can be referenced by 1. And the last one is standard error, which can be referenced by 2. So now let's see what is the standard input, output and error. So when I'm typing a command from my keyboard and pressing enter, I'm sending it via the standard input. And the result or the response you get back is the standard output. So here this is the standard input and this is the standard output. So as you can see here, this command doesn't exist, so it has printed an error. So every time an error occurs, this comes under the standard error. You can use the echo command with the dollar and question mark. This will give you the return code of your previous command. So as you can see, the return code is 1 here. So when something fails, you get the return code 1. Here this command has failed. Now let's try another command. Now let's check the return code. So since this has succeeded, you got 0 here. So what is the purpose of this return codes? So sometimes you might want your script to send you a notification when an error occurs. So you can check if there is an error by checking the return code. Now let's see an example of standard output and standard error being displayed at the same time. Here I am searching for the files in the etc directory. Now let's check the return code. So as you can see here, the return code is 1, which means failed. So that means something has failed here. Let's go ahead. So as you can see here, we have permission denied here. That is because we didn't use this sudo command. So now let's see how we can split the standard output and error and handle them differently. If you remember, 2 stands for standard error. So what this does is, this sends the standard error to dev/null. But this time, if you notice here, you cannot see any errors. This is because we have redirected the standard errors from this output into the dev/null. So what is this dev/null? Dev/null is a black hole. So anything you copy or move into it automatically gets deleted. Even though we can't see the errors here, doesn't mean that the errors haven't occurred. The errors have occurred, but those standard errors have been sent to the dev/null, which is a void, so it gets deleted. Now let's redirect this into a file. So as you can see here, all the standard errors that have occurred here has been redirected into the results.txt file. Now let's send the standard output into the file output.txt and the standard errors into the file result.txt. So as you can see here, standard output has been saved into output.txt, and now let's read the results. So as you can see here, we have been able to successfully split the standard output and the standard errors into different files. So this is how you can do the redirection in Linux. Now let's see what will happen if we don't specify what to send. Now let's read our file. So as you can see here, the standard output has been redirected into this file. So if you don't specify the data stream over here, by default standard output will be taken. The single greater than symbol overrides the contents of the file. So if you want to append the contents, you can use double greater than sign. So thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for more.